Hey, welcome to Board Game Today. In my hands is Pathfinder Absalom City, Lost of Omens for 2nd edition of the role-playing game. So this is updated for Pathfinder 2.0. For nearly 5,000 years, the great city of Absalom has stood at the center of the inner seas culture, commerce, and prophecy. Now with the death of the city's founder god, Aroden, the disappearance of the city's Lord Mayor, and newly launched attacks from some of its greatest foes, Absalom stands at the gateway to a new and uncertain destiny. It's a lore-packed 296-page hardcover guide to locations, denizens, and adventures of Pathfinder's most famous city. Is the largest Pathfinder city sourcebook to date, presenting a fascinating locale suitable for years of adventure. Alright, so I always start off with this, and I'm not an expert in role-playing games. That's why I think it's kind of cool going through all these books from Pathfinder. Paizo has hooked us up with this review copy. Appreciate it, especially for someone who is a noob as me. I think these books are really, really cool, and this one is packed. I mean, as I said, it's 296-page hardcover, and it takes you through everything. I mean, the city, guides to it, the kind of inner workings. It is everything you need to run a game in the city or use it as a setting to maybe springboard out of. As always, beautiful art as well. So I think the cool thing about this book to me is how in-depth it goes. And not only does it take you through the city and kind of what you expect, but there's also these really small little guides on the sides that I think are really cool that help kind of maybe launch ideas for campaigns and where to kind of go with everything. And to me, that's neat. As someone who is not an expert at these things, who is not a DM, seeing something like that it makes me excited. I think it's really cool to be able to go through and check it out. So the book's got the guide to the city, Ascendant Core, the coins, the docks, Eastgate, Foreign Quarter, Ivy District, Petal District, Precipice Quarter, the Puddles, Westgate, Wise Quarter, Undercity, Walls, Gates, and Keeps, Outskirts, NPC Glossary, and Adventure Toolbox. As I said, this book is packed with everything you need. Beautiful maps, of course, amazing art, character ideas, just adventure ideas, so much detail about the city itself. I mean, it's an impressive guide for someone who doesn't know much about role-playing. This is impressive to look at. I mean, it really feels like a super well thought out world and idea and concept, and for me, it feels useful. You got the maps to kind of walk you through stuff. I feel like I could pick this up and run a campaign of just this. And for me, that's really neat. And then you kind of get to, beyond the glossary and characters and all that stuff, you have this huge map. It's an 8-panel poster map of the city. And the map in the back that takes you through everything. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen this before in a book, and I'm sure there's others in there. As I said, I'm new. This is something I have never seen. You might have seen this. That's cool. For me, this is new. So to be able to go check this out, I mean, as I said, this feels like a book that really is an adventure in the book. Like, you can do an entire session just in this city and playing around with it, which to me it's neat. Like, it's really, really neat. I mean, usually when I think of adventures, it kind of takes you through and, go through dungeons and characters and all that, but this just is like a book about a city. And it's a hell of a book, as I said. 296 pages covered pretty much anything you want. As always, art's beautiful, details are great. I mean, this is everything you need. Like, if you're thinking about running an adventure in this city, here you go. I mean, you really don't need anything else on that. It's a big book. $54.99 is the retail price. Get it now. I want to thank Paizo. We got links underneath where you can purchase your own. As always, check us out every single day at BoardGameToday.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, YouTube, all at Board Game Today. Until next time, keep rolling those dice and get your game on. Hey, thanks for watching Board Game Today. We always appreciate your views and your support, but there are so many ways for you to support our site. Not only can you do right here on video, but you can go and check us out at boardgametoday.com, where we have more news, reviews, interviews, everything you could ever want. But since you're here, if you could, you can always give us a like, subscribe, or share our videos or watch something else. Is always much appreciated, and get your game on.